Let me start with the real question today. No judgment, just truth. Have you ever said yes to something with all your heart? Think about that. And then weeks later found yourself avoiding it, delaying it, and quietly letting it die. You meant it when you said the yes. You weren't lying at the time. You weren't being lazy. But here's the deep question. What does it cost us when we repeatedly don't honor our word? Today, we're going to be talking about the hidden price of self-betrayal. Why we commit and don't follow through. And how breaking promises to ourselves slowly erodes trust, clarity, and power. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Val, and I help women leaders and educators stop abandoning themselves and start leading with confidence, clarity, and self-trust. Today, I'm going to leave you with 4 points you can ponder on for the rest of this week. And the first point I'm going to address is we say yes from passion, not capacity. Because as women, we are passionate beings. We feel deeply. We dream boldly. I know I do. We care so deeply about people. But here's where self-betrayal often begins. We say yes from excitement without checking our capacity. We don't ask, do I truly have the time? Do I have the emotional energy? Do I have the support in this season? So when life shows up, as it always does, the commitment we once celebrated becomes heavy instead of life-giving. And here's the hidden cost. Every time we overcommit, we quietly train ourselves not to trust our own yes. And if that becomes a problem for you, that's not good. Because overcommitting is not ambition. It's misalignment. And guess what? Misalignment is often the first step towards self-betrayal. Think about that for a few minutes. The second point, fear shows up after the applause fades. Okay? You're all excited about you to say yes, and then fear show up. Because at first the idea was good. The vision excited you. People was cheering you on. Then fear whispers, what if I can't finish? What if I disappoint people? What if I discover I'm not ready as I thought? Has it happened to you? Fear doesn't usually stop us from starting. Fear stops us from finishing or completing the obligation of us saying yes to doing something. But you are tapping into your integrity and whether people can trust what you say. Okay? So instead of confronting the fear, guess what? We delay. We procrastinate. We ghost our own goals. And the price that we pay, it's not public embarrassment. It's private disappointment. Because guess what, guys? What I have found over the years, avoidance is often fear in disguise. Because when we avoid it and don't want to deal with it, because if you were a woman or man enough to say yes to something, you should be man or woman enough to call the person or tell whoever it is, something came up, I can't do it. Not to ghost them, not to say nothing, or to email them or text them. But you said it verbally out your mouth, but you're not woman or man enough to call them and tell them why you said no, why you changed your mind. Okay? So avoidance is often fear in disguise, and fear left unnamed leads to self-betrayal. And stuff start beginning to happen inside of you internally when you keep on, because some people have a pattern of telling people, yeah, I'm going to do that. I can do that. Blah, 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 blah. And then you don't hear another word from them. You can't find them. Where they at? So point 3, broken promises to yourself and others break self-trust. Okay? It breaks self-trust. Every time you don't do what you said you are going to do, especially to ourselves, something breaks internally inside of us. And it's not confidence. It's not your skills. It's trust. And people trusting you is very important. And when self-trust erodes, we begin to question our ability to follow through on anything. Are you going to follow through on anything? This is why this is so important, y'all. This isn't a discipline problem. It's an identity problem. It's an identity issue that we have internally inside of ourselves. And it's something that we need to work on. Because the hidden price of self-betrayal is this: you stop believing in your own self. But guess what? The good news is trust isn't rebuilt with perfection. Trust is rebuilt with one small, honored commitment at a time. So if you've been having a problem, keep telling people you're going to say yes to stuff and then you don't do it, you need to reframe that thing. And you need, when you tell somebody yes, one step at a time, you need to improve that so that people will begin to know that they can trust your word. Okay? The last point is 4. Intention is not a decision. Many women live in intention. The intention is, I'm going to write a book, but you never write nothing in a journal. I plan to start a business, but you never write down a plan. Rebecca tells us to write the vision, make a plan, so whoever reads it will be able to run with it. The next one, I'm going to focus this year. Are you really going to focus this year? Are you going to be intentionally focusing on the things of not telling people you're going to say yes and then don't do it? But intentions without decision creates delay in your life. And delay, repeated often enough, guys, listen, becomes another form of self-sabotage, self-betrayal, mistrust. People don't trust you. A decision says, here's what I'm going to do. Here's when I'm going to do it. Here's how I'll protect it. And listen, clarity is how we interpret the cycle of self-betrayal and restore follow-through, because we can turn it around. We can turn that thing around. And I want to leave you with this truth today. You are not inconsistent. You are becoming aware. Okay? And awareness is the moment self-betrayal loses its power. So here's your assignment. Simple but transformational. Ask yourself these 2 questions. Write these 2 questions down and I will repeat them. The first one says, what did I say yes to that truly matters? What is something you said yes to that truly mattered and then you didn't follow through? And the second question, what fear has been attached to you finishing it? What fear showed up when you said the yes and you didn't go and finish it or complete it or follow through? Ponder on that the rest of this week. What is one small step you can take this week to honor your word? Then say this out loud with me, because your voice, listen, if you're listening to me, I want you to know your voice really matters. Say this with me. Repeat this after me. I honor my word, especially the promises I make to myself and to others. Because when you finish what you start, you don't just complete a task. You reclaim your integrity, your trust, your power, because you all are sitting on greatness. And the greatness that you're sitting on, the world needs it. I started this live stream back in 2022 as a challenge. And just think, when I said my yes and I didn't follow through on it, I would not be in 2026 doing these live streams. But I said yes and I followed through, even though I was shaking in my boots. I followed through. And now it's 4 years later. I'm still doing my live streams. Do I have it perfect? No. But that hasn't stopped me. Will I make mistakes? Might make mistakes, but I'm not going to let that stop me. And in this season is calling for completion, not self-betrayal. And listen to me. If today's message spoke to you, let me say this clearly. Awareness is the invitation, but action is the transformation. You rebuild self-trust by taking the next right step, not trying to do everything on your own or trying to do everything at once. Take one step at a time. And that's why I created an ebook called, 12 Steps to Stepping Out of Your Purpose-Driven Life, to help you move from intention to alignment, one step at a time. And if you're ready to go deeper, I invite you to a complimentary clarity call with me. Your first call is free. This is no pressure. This is not a pressure space. But in this space with me, you will gain clarity, direction, and alignment for where you are right now. And I want you to remember this. When you honor your word, you begin to reclaim your power. And I want to thank you for showing up today. It was great being out here with you today. And I try not to keep you all out here long, because I know everybody's time is valuable. So, but I always ask you all to, I'm going to ask you that every time I come out here. I need you to go to that YouTube channel of mine. And I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. And not only that, when you subscribe to it, share it with a friend. Share it with your family members. Because I'm trying to drop nuggets to help you. Anyone that comes and listens to my shows, my prayer is that they will learn something. They will gain some insight. And when they gain that insight, they're able to take that insight and help somebody else, because it's about us not knowing what we know or doing what we do and not help other people. And then the next thing I would like you to do is go to my website, www.steppingoutwithpurpose, and sign up to my mailing list, and you'll get my blog every week with the little things that I send, little freebie flyers that I send out, something with notes that you can take on it. So just, go on and subscribe to my channel. Reach out to me. I have various programs, and you can come and do the free complimentary call with me and see what might fit your budget or fit what you need to do in your life right now. And I look forward to hearing from you. But guess what? I'm about to check out right now, and I will be talking to you